Alright, welcome back to my home slot car channel, which will be home slot cars video, I believe 53. And we're going to do some drag racing. So first of all, we're going to just do it in rounds. I'm back on 10-hour days this week. We're back in a 90-degree heat wave. And tomorrow is supposed to feel like 102, the following day about 104. So I'm going to get a round in or two today, and Wednesday, my day off, I'll try and get the rest in. So first of all, I just want to talk about, we're going to start off with the top fuel rail dragsters. And anybody that owns them knows they're kind of a joke because, in my opinion, they should have been faster right out of the box. They are the slowest drag cars you can buy. But neither here nor there, there's a few tricks you can do to them to speed them up. First of all, I took off the guide over here towards the motor, and I'm just using the fixed guide in the front. That seemed to make a little difference. How much, I don't know. Another thing I see on YouTube where I'll show you on this car, so I can't pull that apart. Is on YouTube a guy took out that brass piece and reamed it out and used a screw in there, and he claimed it was better. Well, lo and behold, this Potts Plus car right here, I checked it today, and the gears are grinding in the back, and it just didn't have a good seat. So I attempted to try that. What it was that little brass fitting in there was so loose, it was wobbling around, and the gears weren't meshing no matter what you did. So I tapped it out, threw a screw in there, and I hate doing spontaneous projects like that, so you never know when they're going to blow up in your face. But lo and behold, after a few tries, took it apart about 3, 4, or 5 times, I got it to go, and it seems to be working with that screw now. And actually, it seems definitely better than it was, and grinding the gears, and actually seemed to pick up a little speed. But won't know till we try it. Excuse me. So let's give the first two a go here. They're both Pot Plus cars. Lights are ready to drop. And the Potts Plus, the one I did the work on, took it right at the end. So that was lane 1, the orange Potts Plus that I did the screw assembly to, modification. So now we're going to try it. Other lane, here we go. Lights ready to drop. And I'll tell you, in the car I put the screw in, took it at the last minute. So the Potts Plus with the screw in the gears advances, and the blue Potts Plus sits. Next two up will be Capo and Mac Tools. Lights are up, are ready to drop. And I believe Mac Tools takes it. Lane 2. Mac in lane 1. Capo lane 2. Lights are up. We are ready to drop. Lane 1 takes it. Mac advances. Now this will be interesting. We got Mac, lane 1. We got Potts Plus that I did the screw modification to, lane 2. Lights are up. We're ready to drop. Mac walks away with it. So Mac lane 2, I believe, or lane 1. Pots Plus lane 2. Now let's switch it around. Mac lane 2. Pots Plus lane 1. Now there could be a couple reasons for this Mac is going to win. Probably just a faster car. And then again, the work I did on the other one probably ain't broken in yet. Not loosened up enough. Probably going to improve. But time will tell. Lights are up. And we're ready to drop. Well, there was a stall out, so we're going to redo that race. Mac died out halfway down. Lane 2, we're going to run them in the same lane. Fair is fair. It's a race against each car, not each other. So, lights are up again, and we're ready to drop again. Ah, I'll tell you, screw job takes it. So we'll switch lanes. Try her again. Lights are up. Ready to drop. And Mac takes it left. First lane. Well, we're just going to give it another shot. We're going to put Mac in second. Screw job in first. The lights are up. Ready to drop. Don't mind my clock. And Mac takes it. So Mac is the winner on this. Mac advances. And I think we'll hold off there. We'll just call this top fuel round. And next will be funny car round. And at the end of that, we'll match up the winner of the top fuel to the funny car. Stay tuned. Alright, welcome back to my home slot car channel, and this will be round 2. I'm probably going to try and splice these videos together for the first time, so I'm just going to keep repeating myself. So anyway, let's talk about round 2 here. Trying something a little different. I figured I'd bring the camera down this end, give you a shot at the cars at the finish. Only problem is the start, the drop lights you can see from both sides. The finish, you can see the red light only on that side. You can't see it on this side here. So, because I was watching Roadkill on TV today, I figured in Roadkill fashion, I'd take a mirror and mount it there, and let me demonstrate it. So I even wrote on the mirror, lane 1, lane 2, if you can see it. But lane 1, you can see the light go on, right? There it is. Lane 2, there it is. So pay attention to that mirror, you'll see the car finish, and hopefully you get a pretty good view of them coming down the strip this way. Something I never tried before, we're going to give it a try. Another thing I wish I had a 1-button start. It's something I'm going to have to think about. Definitely would have to get 2 more controllers and sacrifice them by cutting the wires and hooking them up to a 1-button, but I'd have to think about this because the power goes to the track, not the button. Does the button need power? I don't know. It's something I'd have to look into. I did a lot of wiring on motorcycles and cars and always had to have a positive come to the button itself, then leave the button. So if that's the case, I mean, I get that 24-volt power supply I'm not hacking into. But I'll look into that down the road. That's the only thing. I even emailed the company itself and recommended it be be better play value to have a one button accessory for this, you know, if you race alone. So let's stop talking. Round 2, it'll be funny car. Round 1, as you remember, and if it's spliced together, you should, was Rail Dragster, which the winner was, I forget, was the orange one, and we're saving that for some kind of grudge match. So what we're going to be running here is left to right. So we're going to be running 4 funny cars, then down to the 3 nostalgic funny cars. Then I have 2 4 gears here. Kit I built, which has a Typhoon motor in it, OS3 Typhoon motor with White Dragon magnets. Then the last one I built here, I kind of went overboard on it, and I'm still working on it. And I've got a Tornado OS3 motor in there, which is a balanced motor, but I'm running level 6 magnets. And I might have to play with the magnets down the road. I don't know if I should try some Killer Bees or even lessen them up to the Black Dragons, but I don't know if lessening the magnets will increase the speed or not. Something I have to play with. I'm kind of new to this. I just got into building these damn things. I'm having a lot of fun doing it. So anyway, let's do some racing. And I showed you what's going on, so let's make it go on. So I'm going to talk a little loud. I'm only 13 feet away. Hopefully you can hear me. And if I'm shouting at you, I apologize. So lane 1 will be Motorcraft. That'll be your right lane, I believe. And lane 2 will be Auto Club. So like I said, the lights are up. We're ready to drop. First race underway, here we go. And I'll tell you right now, it looked like Motorcraft wiped it. So we're going to go Motorcraft lane 2. And Auto Club lane 1. Even them up. Lights are up. We're ready for the drop. Alright, what do we do this time? Well, it looks like Motorcraft ate that for lunch. So, Motorcraft advances. 2 out of 3 are the best 2. So now we're going to go Snap-on lane 1. Another Auto Club, lane 2. Lights are up. And we're ready to drop. I'll tell you right now, Snap-on took it. Back to the start. Snap-on lane 2. Auto Club lane 1. Lights are up, ready to drop. And Snap-on takes it for the win. Snap-on advances. Some of these cars aren't fully broken in, so every time I'm running them, sometimes I get different results, which is pretty cool. Snap-on advances, Auto Club in the dust. Alright, now we're going to get down to the last 2 here, and modern funny car will be Motorcraft lane 1, Snap-on lane 2. Lights are up, and we're ready to drop. Motorcraft takes it. Lane 1. Back to the start. Lane 1, Snap-on. Motorcraft, lane 2. Lined up. Lights are up. We're ready to drop. And I believe it was Motorcraft. Motorcraft it was. Motorcraft advances. Snake and Mongoose. Snake lane 1, yellow car. Mongoose lane 2, red car. The nostalgics are up. It's 1970s all over again. Lights are up. Ready to drop. Watch those bell bottoms. I believe the Mongoose took it. Lane 1. Or lane 2. Mongoose, lane 1. Snake, lane 2. Lights are up. Ready to drop. And I'll tell you what, the Mongoose takes it. Kill that snake. Usually does anyway. Crazy old Mongoose. Mongoose advances. Now we're gonna go Mongoose lane 2. We'll do it lane 1. Wonder Wagon lane 2. Lights are up. Ready to drop. Mongoose ate that Wonder Wagon. That's a surprise. Lane 1. That's why I say it's usually different. This Wonder Wagon took it last time for the funny cars. Alright. Lane 1, Wonder Bread. Lane 2, Mongoose. Can the Mongoose hold on? Which would be a shock. That Mongoose must be waking up. Lights are up. Ready to drop. Here we go. I can't believe it. The Mongoose took it. Just goes to show. Like I said, different every time. Mongoose advances. Just fixing my stop here with the face cloth. Nice padding. Putting down my most expensive car down the track, So I said Mongoose advances. Alright, tell you what, before we even go to those 4 gears that I built, we're going to do new to nostalgic. Motorcraft against Mongoose. Who's going to pull it off? The lights are up. Ready to drop. Motorcraft takes the Mongoose, lane 1. Motorcraft, lane 2. Mongoose, lane 1. Lights are up. We're ready to drop. Motorcraft just eats it for lunch. Motorcraft is up on the podium for now. Alright. Here we go. Head to head. 2 custom built 4 gears. I tell you what, I'm anticipating, even though the ambulance has less of a motor and less of magnets, something about that car, that kit came out good. Those gears are perfect. That car flies. So my money would be on the ambulance, unfortunately, because my ambitions were to have this Cadillac the fastest. But we'll see what happens. Lights are up. Ambulance lane 1. Medusa lane 2. Wow, I'm happy about that. Medusa lane 2. Medusa lane 1. Ambulance lane 2. Lights are up. And we're ready to drop. Oh, that was close. Medusa takes it. I'm happy about that. That means that car is loosening up too. Beautiful. All right. Ambulance goes down. Now we're going to put the ambulance, the Cadillac, 59 Cadillac Medusa, up against the Motorcraft funny car. And we'll see what happens here. They're both 4 gears. Here we go. Lights are up. We're ready to drop. There we go. Motorcraft eats Medusa, lane 1. That car did loosen up a lot. I cannot believe it. Alright. Motorcraft, lane 2. Medusa, lane 1. Lined up. Ready to drop. Come on, Medusa. No way. That Motorcraft is lit. Motorcraft pulls it off, which is quite a surprise. Motorcraft advances. Well, only one thing left to do. Combine rounds. So Motorcraft, lane 1, funny car. Mac Tools. Rail Dragster, lane 2. I already got to tell you, that Motorcraft is going to win it. So here we go. Ready to drop. And false start. We'll give them a break. We'll try it one more time. Here we go. Second try. Motorcraft lane 1. Ready to drop. Not even a thought. Well, we'll try it opposite lanes just for the hell of it, but we already know. We'll just embarrass them a lot more. Mac Tools Rail Dragster, lane 1. Motorcraft, lane 2. The lights are up. Ready for Mac Tools to get embarrassed. The lights are going to drop. There we go. Barely made a half a track. Alright then, so that's round 2. Next round will probably consist of, I believe, I don't know, it could be as many as 15 cars. I haven't been counting them, but I'm up there. It could be 13 cars. It's 11 to 15 cars. And it's like Pro Street and Street Class. I might separate that into 2 different rounds. And we'll go from there. So far, thanks for watching. We'll get the next round up and going soon. Looks like we're finally out of a heat wave here today. It's amazing getting out of 70-something % dew point and humidity levels through the roof. You can't even stand in your own yard without dripping like a waterfall. But we're soon to get out of this, which is great. I'd have to say track temperature in here on all 3 of my tracks is about 80 degrees. It was track temp was about 82, 84 degrees the last time I ran. So the cars are sticking a little better. So stay tuned for the next round and I'll get there. Alright, welcome back to Home Slotcar. We're at it, round 3, something new again. Always improving, always trying to make a difference. So, if you notice, not only were we using the roadkill method on the mirror to pick up the winning light, but now I installed my camera up here that's halfway down the track. A little bit more than that. So you should pick up the cars from the start halfway down on this, if you can pick it up on camera. And I'm not 100% sure, it's just a test. And I might even put the camera closer down the road to launch, but we'll see how this video goes. Round 3 is a short round. Like I said, I'm just kind of testing this out, see how it flies. It's just going to consist of what I call nostalgic stock car. I got 4 cars that look like that. We're going to run them. So here we go. First up is going to be Chevrolet Bel Air 57 against a Cougar. Cougar is in lane 1, number 14. Chevy is in lane 2, number 3. Lights are up. We're ready to drop. Experiment on. Here we go. Alright, Cougar takes it, lane 1. Hopefully that looked pretty good on camera. I don't know. Cougar takes it, lane 1. Cougar lane 2. 57 Chevy. Lane 1. Lights are up. We are ready to drop. Cougar takes the win. Cougar advances. Cougar lane 2. Ford number 28, lane 1. Ready and ready for the drop. Ford against Mercury. Mercury takes it again. Cougar lane 2. Back up to the old starting line. Cougar lane 1, Ford lane 2. Up to the line, light is up. We are ready to drop. Cougar takes it. Lane 1. Cougar advances. Cougar lane 2. Cuda, Plymouth Cuda, lane 1, number 42. Lights are up. We're ready to drop. Cougar takes it, lane 1. Definitely a little upset for the old Cougar. Cougar takes it, lane 1. Cougar, lane 2. Cougar, lane 1. Lights are up, and we're ready to drop. And Cougar takes it, lane 2. Actually, Mercury, Cougar takes it, lane 2. We'll line them up again. Mercury, Cougar, lane 1, Cougar, lane 2. Lights are up. And I believe the Cougar takes it for the win. Cougar advances. So that was all 4 cars. So what I'm going to do now is save the Cougar, and the next class will probably be, I guess we'll do either street or pro street. I'll think about it, but this will be the first one to run against them. So battery's getting low. I think I'm definitely gonna cut off here, and I guess we'll continue on. We definitely have 2 more rounds to go, or maybe 1 big one. we'll see what happens. So thanks again for watching. I don't know if the improvements help. I tried to get it on a bigger screen, but my connections don't apply to like a TV or nothing. Too bad it ain't a home built tractor and I could do all that computer stuff and stuff. But anyway, it is what it is. I think I got a lot out of a kid set. But anyway, thanks for watching. Alright, here we go again at home Slotcar. Round 4. Excuse me. What I'm calling street division. And the leftover here from nostalgic stock car. So what we got going on here, we'll be running a couple Chevrolet Impalas. We have a Plymouth Fury. We have a Chevrolet Nova. We have a couple trucks to run. Mustang. Chevrolet Nomad. And we got 2 Willys. Now this Willys here is definitely going to be the loser out of them all. It has no magnets. No traction. This one I'm predicting is going to be the winner. This is just a stupid little white kit I put together. When I first put it together, she was grinding, and I think a snail could have beat it. Took me quite a while to break it in, just kept running it forwards, backwards on a standstill, and all of a sudden I heard that motor release. Then the next time I ran it, it surprised the hell out of me. So another thing, from a couple videos ago, I added the mirror here so you can actually see the finish on the mirror because there's no light on this side. And the last video I added this camera, which is almost halfway down the track. I didn't review the last videos, so I don't even know if it makes a difference. You can see it at all, but I figured it was pretty cool to give it a try. Added it there, can't hurt. So here we go, let's get it started. First up, we're going to put the Chevrolet Impalas up. So it's a gray against a green. I believe they're both 63s. And we have lights up, green in the lane 2. And the green, lane 2 takes it. Green, lane 1. Gray, lane 2. Lights are up. Ready to drop. Green takes it, lane 1. Green advances. Alright, green, lane 2. Chevrolet Nova, lane 1. Lights are up. And we're ready to drop. I blew a red. My fault. We're not going to count it. So I'm the one running it. Bad thumb, bad thumb. Alright, same thing. Nova, lane 1. Chevrolet Impala, lane 2. See if I can get my thumb to behave. Lights are up. Ready to drop. And that green Chevrolet takes it. Lane 2. That's why I'd really like a 1 button instead of those 2 thumbs. Alright. Green Impala, lane 1. Chevrolet Nova, lane 2. See if that Impala will hold on. Lights up. Ready to drop. And that green Impala holds on. So the green Impala is holding on. Green Impala, lane 2. Plymouth Fury, lane 1. Lights are up, and we're ready to drop. Chevrolet Impala, lane 2. Fury, lane 2. Impala, lane 1. Ready to drop. The Impala takes it, lane 1. Kind of a little upset, I think, from last time because that Impala wasn't that fast, but I've been playing around with them, breaking them in, running them front and back on a standstill so I can hear the motors loosening up. That's what makes it interesting. Like I said previously, I didn't really take the time to break into all my cars, so as I run them, there seems to be an upset every time I run them, which there was in an earlier video. Seems to be now. Alright, so the Impala moves on, lane 2, and we'll put her up against a Mustang, lane 1. Ford against Chevy. Lights are up, ready to drop. That Impala held on. That was a pretty good race. Alright, Impala lane 1. Ford Mustang lane 2. Lights are up, ready to drop. That Impala walked right on that Mustang. I'll tell you, that's definitely an upset. This Impala woke right up. That's why I spent a little time trying to break them in a little bit more before I did this segment of videos. And it paid off. It definitely an upset. So, the old Impala, lane 2. Chevrolet Nomad, lane 1. The lights are up, and we're ready to drop. That Nomad was holding on halfway up the track. That was a close one. But the Impala, lane 2, takes it. That was a good race. That was a good race. Impala, lane 1. Nomad, lane 2. Ready to drop. Once again, that was a close race. I say that was a half car length, maybe less. I don't know. That's the way it looked to me, at least part of the way down the track. But the Impala takes it. So at this point here, we got the Willises left and the truck. So I still have that leftover stock car. He wants to give it a go. He's not done yet. And we also still have a Motorcraft 4-gear that took that round. But we're going to do a nostalgic Cuda number 42 against that Chevrolet Impala in green. Cuda lane 1, Impala lane 2. Lights are up, ready to drop. That Impala walked on that Cuda like it was nothing. We'll give her another go. That Impala lane 1. That was Big Ben in the background. Alright, here we go. Lights are out. Ready to drop. I don't think I have to tell you. That Impala takes the win. Lane 1. Impala lane 2. This is probably going to be a 1-run race. Just because I'm going to put it up against this magnetless car. I guarantee that Impala does a half a track on it. We'll see. Lights are up. Ready to drop. Half a track. So that Impala advances, obviously. Willis goes in the trash can, or it should. So now we're going to go lane 2, Impala. Lane 1, that little special kit that I built that turned out to be a surprise. Gold Willis, lane 1. I'm curious, anxious for this race. Lights are up, ready to drop. That Willis walked in that Impala like the Impala did to the rest. So lane 1 takes it. That little Willis, bone stock. Probably my fastest slot car. Willis lane 2, Impala lane 1. Lights are up and ready to drop. Yep, that Willis definitely is a fast car. Got to be the weight. So the Willis takes it. We'll put that one to the side. We're going to run the 2 trucks. And the winner of the truck, I guess, is going to go up against the Willis. And I think we already know the results. But if the Willis takes it, we're going to put her up against that 4-gear Motorcraft funny car, which was quite fast. It even ate my Medusa that I'm still working on, breaking it in. I did some running time on that, and she's getting a little quicker. So anyway, 2 trucks are up. We have an ice cream truck. Let's see, Acme, yeah, the ice cream truck, and a Chevy Suburban, flamed out. Lights are up. Ready to drop. Let's see how close this is. Chevrolet Suburban walks on the ice cream truck. Should have sold more product before coming to the race. Suburban lane 2. Ice cream truck lane 1. Lights are up. Ready to drop. Suburban takes it again. Suburban against that Willis. It's going to be a joke, but we'll see what happens. Suburban, lane 1. Willis, lane 2. Lights are up. We're ready to drop. Willis takes it, lane 2. Willis lane 1, Suburban lane 2. Lights are up, ready to drop. Willis lane 1. There was no doubt in my mind. Alright, so this will be a pretty good interesting race. We're going to put this little T-Jet Willis up against that 4-gear Motorcraft funny car. Willis, lane 2. Motorcraft funny car, lane 1. Lights are ready to drop. Motorcraft ate that Willis. That was the upset from earlier. This Motorcraft really woke up. This 4-gear came alive. Just came alive out of nowhere. Alright. Willis. Lane 1. Motorcraft lane 2. The lights are up. Ready to drop. So the Motorcraft takes it. So far, that seems to be my fastest slot car as of now. That's the end of round 4. We got one more round, round 5, and I have 6 cars in that, and that's the Pro Stock. So stay tuned for that. Home slot car, round 5. So here we go again. Had to step away from level 4, do some work on my real Mustang, taking her on some mountain roads tomorrow, and I want her to perform well. So anyway, back to round 5 is Pro Stock, Pro Street, excuse me. So what we have here is basically an Impala against a Ford, a Willis panel wagon against a Henry J, and last but not least, the 2 Thunderjets I built with custom resin bodies. The only thing is, this one here has a OS3 Typhoon motor and black Dragon magnets, which are taboo because you're not supposed to use the black Dragons unless it's a balanced motor like a Tornado. But we'll push it till she blows, if she blows. So anyway, let's get going. Let's run these. The first 2 will be Ford against Chevy. And we also have that last 4-gear funny car. So Chevy lane 1, Ford lane 2. Lights are up, ready to drop. Ford against Chevy. That was a close race, real close, but Ford took it. Ford lane 1. Impala lane 2. Line them up good, she was close. Lights are up, ready to drop. We'll see. That Ford takes it. Ford advances. Ford lane 2. Willis wagon lane 1. Lights are up. We're ready to drop. Ford takes it without a doubt, lane 1. Ford lane 2. Ford lane 1. Willis lane 2. Lights are up. Ready to drop. That Ford walked on that Willis, no problem at all. I think I miscalled the lanes previous, but Ford definitely advances. Ford lane 2. Henry J, lane 1. She's lined up, lights are up, ready to drop. That Ford ate that Henry J for lunch. Lane 2. Lane 1 Ford. Lane 2 Henry J. Let's see if I can get a little bit more oomph out of this. Alright, let's give her a go. Ford lane 1, Henry J lane 2, lights are up, and I presume ready to drop. Yep, Ford takes it. It's maybe a little closer, but not much. So, the Ford advances, and we're going to put her up against the Purple Passion. Purple Passion, lane 1. Ford, lane 2. Lights are up. Ready to drop. Ford takes it, lane 2. Purple Passion, lane 2. Ford, lane 1. We kind of already know. Lights are up, we're ready to drop. Ford walked on it. Ford lane 1. Next one hopefully is interesting. Ford lane 2. Hopped up little T-Jet I built. Let's see if she can hold her own. Lights are up. Ready to drop. Ford takes it. But that little hopped up T-Jet was catching up. So let's go to Ford lane 1. Custom T-Jet lane 2. Let's see if I can get a little bit more juice out of this. Alrighty. Ford 1, Custom 2. Lights are up, ready to drop. That was a close race, but the Ford took it. I'm presuming that these cars I built, I kind of know. I really haven't spent a lot of time breaking them in, and I know they'll get faster down the road. So, we're going to run this Ford against that 4-gear Motorcraft. Motorcraft lane 1, 4-gear, funny car. Against the Ford Pro Street. Lights are up. Ready to drop. 4-gear takes it. Just kind of a grudge match here. It's kind of out of, it's out of class. So we're going to go Motorcraft lane 2. And Ford lane 1. Lights are up. Ready to drop. That motorcraft walked on it. So at least we know the motorcraft right now, excuse me, is definitely my fastest HO, which is a surprise. It wasn't before. I'm sure when I do a little bit more work on the other ones, I like to see them, that Medusa I built, eat this one for lunch, but that's down the road. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to try and condense all these videos into one, and if I do, the editing gods were kind to me. But we'll see. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all new supporters, all new subscribers. Not why I do it, but I appreciate it. Just having fun. I'm by myself. I've got nobody ever to race with. So, nobody in my area, really. So, it's what it is. I just do this so I can watch it down the road when I'm an old fart. Other than that, stay cool. Catch up to you.